Hi Virgo, welcome to your weekly forecast for April 20th through the 26th. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to use this fairy deck here to pull your weekly messages. And then we're going to pull a spirit animal card for you all from this animal deck here. Guys, the quality of the video might be a little bit different because guess what? I burned through my phones again. I ordered a camera. Hopefully it'll be here soon. But for now, I have to stream live on YouTube. And so the picture quality may be a little different. Please bear with me. And we're going to do the format you guys voted for last week. We're not going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're just going to look overall what Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising needs to know about the week ahead. Okay, my dears. You actually had a card that just flew out. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I'm going to put it right here. That's going to be your first card. Okay. So the first card that flew out for you all, it's you. It's you, Virgo. It's you. King of Autumn. Okay, this is earth sign energy. And you guys obviously are earth signs. And so this is going to be somebody with the personality traits or characteristics who is compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, gifted. So this could be that these are your qualities that are coming to the surface this week, or you could be dealing with someone who is, has these qualities and they're dealing with you in this way. Now, the message written on the card says, be assertive when it comes to what you know is right, everything going your way, a good person or company to work for. So this is going to be offer kind of energy. A lot of the times when I see this card, King of Autumn or King of Coins or King of Pentacles, if you watch my readings, you've heard me say I see this card come up a lot in a way when you have a really, really big, you have this really, really big offer coming your way that you might be tempted to turn it down. You might be tempted to say, wow, that sounds wonderful, but I don't know if I'm ready for that. But the message here, my darlings, is if you weren't ready for it, it wouldn't be here now. It's here now because you're ready for it, okay? So don't underestimate yourself. Don't second guess yourself. Don't be like overly humble. Or like, oh no, they must have picked the wrong person. No, 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 no. You are the right person for this offer or this position or situation or relationship or whatever it might be. If you weren't ready for it, it wouldn't be here now. So King of Autumn is also going to be someone who's really, really good with taking the resources they have and making more with it, making more out of it, right? So if you've been having money problems or issues, or if you've been in a situation where, say, like money's been a little bit tight, you might be finding creative ways to use your gifts and talents to bring an income in, right? It's like, somebody who maybe, for example, say you were wanting to start a tarot business. I get that all the time. So many of you schedule readings with me and you say, hey, I want to start a tarot business. Like, what do I do? How do I get going? What do I do? And you start with what you have. You might have one little deck of cards. I've come across people who have printed out tarot cards from online and they've glued them onto like thicker cardstock and they've made their own decks. I know people who've gotten decks out of secondhand stores, or somebody gave them a deck, or they, put their pennies together and they bought their first deck. Like you have like one deck of cards and one little camera phone or something, and that's enough to get going. That's enough to get started. You might go online and you might see all these tarot readers and they have really fancy setups, and or whatever business, they have really fancy setups, they have all this equipment, but it started out with one thing, and then as money came in, they were able to invest and make it bigger and fancier and more and more and more. And so you start somewhere, and King of Autumn is that kind of energy. You start with what you have and you go from there. Okay, there's a bakery in Los Angeles that's really famous. It's called Porto's, and it was started by a Cuban immigrant house mom. She was a homemaker. She was a stay-at-home mom, and she would bake. She had some flour, some eggs, some sugar. Her neighbors loved her baking goods, and they would offer to buy cake from her. And then before they knew it, there were people showing up in the neighborhood looking for their house. Where's the cake lady? right? And then that became a bakery, and that became a few bakeries. So you start with what you have. You start with what you have. Don't underestimate it, right? Don't underestimate your gifts. Don't underestimate your resources. You can build. And that's the message here with this card. The next card here for you guys, Virgo, is the Emperor, and this is a major arcana card. So when the major arcana cards come up, they tell us that there's a very significant shift happening, a really big crossroads, a really big life lesson, this kind of energy. And so the Emperor is about structure and foundation. And it says here, the message: use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, a firm but compassionate leader, right? So these are qualities within yourself that are going to be coming to the surface. Now, some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio or an Aries, because the Emperor card can be associated with those zodiac signs. And again, it could be their moon, their rising, their Venus. It's not always the sun sign. But this could be qualities within yourself. So when the Emperor comes up, it's time to get organized. Okay, it's time to get organized and to come up with your action plan and to stick to it. And the wonderful thing about the Emperor is the Emperor becomes very powerful and very successful because, and I'm emphasizing this, because he has made mistakes. He has tried and he has failed, but he's learned from those failures and he's come back even better and he's come back even stronger. So for some of you Virgos, this might be a take 2, take 3, take 4 for you. You might be coming back to something you tried in the past and it didn't work, and you're coming back at it with like this Hail Mary attitude, like, oh God, here goes nothing. It's like a hopeless cause. I guess I'll try it again because I don't know what else I'm going to do. But Spirit is saying, look, take a minute here. Analyze the situation. Why didn't it work last time? How can you come back and approach this better? And then you're going to have the success that's coming in. Okay. So it's about learning from your mistakes. There's no person out there who's successful who has not had disappointments, who has not had setbacks. The reason why they're successful is they learned from those setbacks. So Virgo, I feel like you've already been through that setback and you're coming back at this again. And Spirit's saying you don't have to go all the way back to the beginning. You don't have to tear down and start from scratch. Look at what was good. Okay, where were the weak spots? Work on strengthening those weak spots. But you don't have to start all over again. If you're tired of starting all over again, stop starting all over again. Look at ways to revise. Look at ways to perfect, okay? Your next card here, my dears, is 3 of Autumn. This is very, very positive. So the message here on the card says, follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. Being compensated for your creative talents. Okay, now if you are someone that you're trying to start a business, the message I'm getting to tell you is this is the most important thing for you, Virgo. The most important thing. More so than figuring out your timing, more so than like your resources or what you're putting out there, you have to be of the belief that it is an abundant universe, that there are people out there who have money, who will come to you for your services or product. And you have to believe that your services, your product, that you are deserving of receiving payment for what you're offering. You have to have a belief of deservingness. If you don't have a belief of deservingness, or you feel guilty to charge money to somebody, then you're not going to be able to be self-employed, okay? Or even like if it comes to like getting a raise, climbing up the career ladder, you have to know that you deserve it. You have to know that you're worth it, that you deserve it. 3 of Autumn also tells us there could be something for some of you where you're being accepted into some kind of mentorship or training. Somebody may be taking you under their wing professionally and wanting to help you to grow or to build, or you might be coming into a collaboration or some project that's going to help you establish a very successful business. But with the 3 of Autumn, you have to know that this is something that you're laying down a very heavy, significant foundation, a very sturdy, solid, strong foundation. So this is going to take some time. It's not going to be overnight. So when it comes to putting money into the project, you're going to have to make sure you're not putting in more than what you can bear to go without for a little while, right? Because you might not be raking in the big bucks right away. And that's okay. That's business if you're starting business. If you're climbing up the career ladder, somebody might be just really taking time to help you, to train you, to take you under their wing, okay? But this is about laying down foundations in your life, creating foundations, collaborations, working with others, and receiving for your work, okay? Your next card here, my dears, is Two of Spring. This is partnerships. This is agreements. So it says here, the message on the card, a bright future manifested through hard work and creativity, partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. So there's going to be progress that's being made, but this isn't going to be an overnight situation. This is not going to be a quick fix, but you are coming into partnerships, agreements, making making progress. Moving forward, and really kind of getting something off the ground, so to speak. I feel that for a lot of you, as we're closing out the springtime and we're coming into the summer, you are feeling very liberated. You're feeling like there's this massive weight that's been taken off your shoulders, or you just feel like you're being productive. Like, maybe you're not where you want to be yet, but you feel proud of yourself that you're taking steps, you're taking actions, that things are moving forward. So there's a lot of really positive energy here. In this way, I encourage you guys to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos, because some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. They can be very helpful. And if you want to get a private reading, you can definitely schedule one with me through the Calendly link in the description of the video. But we're going to go ahead and see what your spirit animal message is for the week. And don't forget, guys, to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those may resonate with you more, or they might add a little extra information. So we have here Tortoise. It says, you're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded, okay? So you may be a little bit all over the place. You may be a little bit like, oh my gosh, what should I do next? I gotta hurry up. I don't have a lot of time. I don't want to waste time. You might be all over the place. Remember how you had the Emperor card come up for you, and that's a major arcana card, so the big theme that you're going to be having with you for a while, and that card is about getting organized. Right? And if you're not sure how to get organized, this card is telling you ground yourself. How do you ground yourself? By being present, being in the moment. Try to be in the here and now. If you find yourself beating yourself up about the past, say, okay, let me come into the present moment. If you find yourself freaking out and worrying about what might happen in the future, okay, come into the present moment. How can you be prepared now? What can you be doing now in this second, in this instant, in this moment? Take a bath, take a shower. Wash some dishes. Some people like to ground by getting barefoot and just letting themselves feel the earth, the grass, the dirt, even in your house, kitchen tile, floor, carpet, whatever, just to feel ground beneath your feet and to focus on that feeling of your feet. The physical feeling in your feet can help be very grounding, okay? You don't have to do some big fancy meditation unless that resonates with you. But keep it simple. Don't freak yourself out and overly complicate it and say, oh, I can't do this stuff. You can, okay? You can. I promise you, you can. So Virgo, this is the message coming in for you. Again, if you would like a private reading, I'm happy to do that. If you want to click on the Calendly reading, I want to remind you guys that I am a card reader. I'm a tarot reader. I read intuitively. A lot of you are coming to me with really big astrology questions, and I'm happy to answer any questions I can, but I'm not an astrologer, and I don't want to pretend like I'm an expert in a subject and give people misinformation. That's the last thing I want to do. I have no problem confessing and admitting when I don't know about a subject or a topic, okay? But I did have an astrologer reach out to me that really impressed me. They gave me an astrology reading that really, I was very impressed by it. And so they offered to sponsor the channel if I liked the product and if I told you guys about them. They do have free articles. You can go to the website, you can check out the free articles if you have questions about rising signs and moon signs. They have free articles, but they will give you guys 30% off unlimited. They're already reasonable prices. However many reports you want to get, you can use 30% off. You can use the code that is in the description as many times as you want. And if you do that, you know, they're sponsoring the channel through that and they're giving you guys a discount. So that's available for you if you want to do that, or you can check out the free articles. I can't teach people about astrology. It's not one of my specialties. But if you would like a card reading, go ahead and click on the Calendly link and schedule with me there. And don't forget, guys, every single day on Instagram and Facebook, I post a card of the day. I post a pick a card. I'm going to be doing monthly giveaways on there. So take advantage of the social media stuff if you haven't already. Love and romance readings are in the link in the description. Channeled angel messages are linked in the description. The love and channeled messages for May will be up soon. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that and you will get a notice when the new videos are posted. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Have a great week. Take care.